I'm really sorry. This game isn't probably going to be in as much depth as I would want this game to have been because huge respect to the Stars and all that jazz. But something happened during the first period of the game. Thanks so much, Colorado and Carolina and Chicago, I guess, sitting there in the random corner just saying like, yeah, I participated. Guess a third round pick is worth $5 million, right? Sorry, it's like 4.8 or whatever. In case you missed it, this isn't a video. This is about the Vegas and Dallas game. That was actually a really good game that I wasn't as focused in the second period, and neither was the entire Vegas Golden Knights roster that was out there on the ice. They were completely out of the game the entire second period. Dallas, meanwhile, was taking advantage of that left, right, up, down, center ice, in the back of the net. Unfortunately, Vegas scores first. Jack Eichel on the power play. Not a typical power play goal. It just kind of happened in front of him and he buried it because that's what Jack Eichel does. And yeah, I'm gonna rinse repeat that towards the end. Let me get to it. Dallas scores also on the power play. Rupe Hintz buries it to tie the game 1-1 going into the second. It's good. This rivalry between these two teams, it's from my perspective, aside from Jamie Benn and a few of the interactions that I've had with negative people out there that are Dallas Stars fans, is mostly out of respect. Like, I see these games as very good reference markers for how well Vegas actually is doing. Because in a 7-game series between these two, like, it's fantastic stuff. Like, seriously unbelievable stuff from these two teams. And I have a lot of respect for and enjoy watching, for the most part, a lot of Dallas, especially their younger core, with Jason Robertson, Robo, who scored twice tonight, and then also Wyatt Johnston, Logan Stankoven, who I was hoping Vegas would be able to draft, but they didn't. We would have sent him away anyway, but yeah, no, that's the high-low short end of it, is their Heiskanen and Harley even, like all of these different pieces of Dallas's core, and it's a lot of them, is really good, and I respect the heck crap out of them. And I would hope they would respect the same for us, and it's that rivalry where it's like, I need to do better than you, but not in the whole like, because you guys are like the worst. It's because you guys are the best, and if we're doing better than you, that's a good sign for our franchise, right? At least that's how I feel. I don't know about you guys. And it shows because Dallas has a power play and they don't score on it, but right after that, Noah Hannafin has a breakaway as he's coming out of the box. And he is literally all alone, but he's like barely skating. I don't know what, and then it's like through sludge. He gets there, he's still one-on-one with the goalie and missed it. And then Dallas comes the other way in transition. Oh my goodness, Vegas, in transition, your defense sucks. And in large part due to the guy that just had a breakaway goal. Chance, opportunity. Jason Robertson buries it. Really good goal from Dallas to give them the lead 2-1. The rebound from Hill kicked out wide from a Duchesne shot that Robo, who had just passed it off, dropped it off for Duchesne, was able to swing by, grab it, and bury it. And then Vegas gets a power play, and oh my goodness, I like literally cannot stress to you that this is the first time in franchise history that our power play is good. We are power play merchants, and I am proud.
I'm a power play merchant, and I'm proud.
Good! It was a beautiful play too. We left the zone and then in transition, which in transition goals, I know I was just harping on Vegas for it, but like that's the way to score nowadays in the NHL, it seems. It seems like a lot of goals this year have been in transition, and Vegas is here in transition on the power play. Tic-tac-toe, fantastic stuff. My brain malfunctioned just thinking about the beauty that was this goal, because Mark Stone has the puck, passes it over to Hurdle, passes it back to Theodore rips it home to tie the game 2-2. You know, Shea Theodore, this guy. And that's fantastic. The rest of the period stunk. Dallas all over us. Also, sorry in advance, I don't have very many green things. I was wearing a green sweater, and I'll tell you at one point I took that off and switched to, you know, I'm not just streaking in it's my house, I can do whatever I want. The shot attempts, not shots on goal, for Dallas against Vegas were like 30-10. Not a good period. The shot on goal was like 15-4. terrible period from Vegas. They completely checked out, other than that power play opportunity, really. And Noah Hannafin's breakaway chance, I guess. And of course, like I said, I had tweeted out. I really had legitimately just tweeted out that I love watching Dallas. They are such a fun team. These games against Dallas are fun for me. I respect them, and it's just a rivalry like I talked about earlier, aside from Jamie Benn and the fans, right? Well, guess who scored their third goal? Jamie frickin' Benn. It was a deflection. He was down in front, of course, and Dallas even poked fun at that, where it was like everyone in Vegas hated that or whatever. And yeah, no, that's because he literally cross-checked Stone's neck when he was on the ice and got suspended for 2 games that you guys won. So hey, you should thank him that he got suspended. You should try to play without him this playoff series. Yeah, that hopefully we get to in the third round against these two teams, which might legitimately kill me. These games are so stressful, and it's good. It's good hockey. That's the thing that I'm taking away from this. And boy, I wish I could say that the second period was done, because more of the exact same, which leads to another Dallas Stars goal from Jason Robertson, who fighting for every inch of that puck. That puck bounced out perfectly to him, and he roofed it before we even knew where it was. And it was a beautiful goal from Robertson to be on track of like what was happening in the moment, but also the puck luck was going Dallas's way so much today, and very not Jack Eichel's way, despite the monster game that he was having. Jack Eichel played phenomenally for most of this game, and he could have had like 4 or 5 goals, and he missed on 2 of them. One where it was a power play opportunity and the net was wide open and he just barely sent it wide, and there's just a lot of missed opportunities from Jack Eichel because not getting the puck luck. And he still had 2 goals this game, which I'm getting to the his second goal, the third goal for Vegas. The third period starts and it's much more of the same, basically. Dallas is controlling play, their shot suppression. It's Pete DeBoer style hockey, right? And Vegas is used to that, but it really didn't start going Vegas's way. We got a power play, and I was actually excited. I believed in our power play. That's a first, like this season. It's the first for me to feel in the season. And Dallas is also really good on the penalty kill. That's the first goal on the power play that they've allowed at home since November. Cool. And Vegas got 2 tonight, so you know that's great. But the Golden Knights are able to get momentum from that power play, even though not much came from that power play. It was a bunch of passing and no shots, which was partially due to Vegas not forcing it, but also Dallas did a really good job setting up their kill in their own zone. They blocked a lot of lanes, they were clogging a lot of the ice with only their 4 players, and were able to play Pete DeBoer style ahead in the game hockey. Halfway through the third period, Jack Eichel fights for every inch of this puck, similar to the robo goal from the end of the second, where Braden McNabb sends it in, it goes off the post. There were so many posts in this game. It was ridiculous on both sides. There were a couple of times where Dallas nearly got another goal, and it was just off the post. And especially in that third period when Vegas actually, generated stuff, especially at the end, which I'll get to. There was so many different posts. Braden McNabb sends this one off the post, and Eichel tied up with Harley, and he's fighting for every inch of that puck, gets enough of it on to send it past Otter to make it 4-3. And the word sending it past Otter just made me flash back to not so good memories at the very end of this game, because we pull Hill with little less than 2 minutes left, but still I would have wished that we would have gotten him out earlier, but that didn't happen because we didn't get possession enough, because Dallas did a really good job of shutting that down. And Vegas has so many good chances to tie the game at the end. So many. And get absolutely robbed by Jake Ottinger at least twice. Highway robber, grand larceny. That dude saved the game twice. 2 spectacular saves, including one from Dorofeev where he's diving back and just manages to get his glove, and it's not like it's sliding across the ice. It's like, no, he gloved it down. Fantastic save from Otter. And then at the end, again, just Ottinger, oh boy. Dallas holds on to win, and it's just after the abysmal second period that we had, the fact that we were only down by 2, managed to claw back to get 1 halfway through the third, and then had those last 5 minutes of hockey, fantastic stuff. And that is what I'm talking about. That last 5 minutes of hockey, having a full playoff series of that again this season might like, I will die a happy man, but I will be dead, which would not be great.
In the arms of the angel.
Fun day to be a hockey fan, especially if you watch this game, especially if you're a Dallas fan. And congrats, you guys get this is the first game, right, since the series, which I don't understand. We've had 2 games straight against the Blues, and now we're gonna have 2 games relatively close to each other against Dallas. What? the NHL scheduling this year for Vegas has been so wonky, where we're already done with a lot of our season series against specific teams. We've already finished playing quite a few of them in the first half of the year season, and in the second, we still haven't faced certain teams. I don't get it. I feel like it would make more sense to have a game against them in the beginning and then a game against them at the end, but whatever. What do I know? Like first half, second half. Anyway, our next game is that Sunday? Sunday against the Florida Panthers, and that's fun. And then Tuesday against the Dallas Stars. Both of those back at the Fortress. Hopefully we can right the ship. We have lost, what is it now? 7 out of the last 9? Not great. This one doesn't feel like it added that to me though. Like, we're missing Carlson, obviously, but like, man. Yeah, we're 3-6-1 in our last 10. Not great. You know, is what it is. That's gonna be it for Game 49's nightly review. Thank you. Oh, I'm gonna finish the nightly review. Yeah, this is it, and then I'm gonna just talk about my thoughts on the trade. That doesn't matter because I'm not a fan of. I like Carolina, but like seriously, what? Okay. So thank you for watching Game 49's nightly review. If that's all you care about hearing from me, have a good night. Have a good night. Now I'm going to talk about the trade a little bit because it's fun. This is actually the first time I put this on. This is a Canes jersey. But yeah, no, what is this trade? It's a 3-way trade, which includes Chicago, where the Canes are getting Taylor Hall and Mikko Rantanen. And they are giving up Jack Drury, and Marty Necas, which, rip Necas, Canes jersey.
In the arms of the angel.
That jersey is so epic, and I want one, but also like, no, like there's a shirt that I want instead through the NHLPA that they made. So yeah, they get 2 really good players. Obviously, top 5 goal scorer in the last 4 seasons, and Mikko Rantanen, and then Taylor Hall, former number 1 overall pick. And all they had to do was send Jack Drury and Martin Necas, which, like, there's not an extension that comes with this. So like, if they aren't able to extend him, that's a really high price, especially because they just traded for the rental and Jake Gensel last season. But ifs and nuts, like we just don't know what's going on here, so we can't really. Yeah, but the Colorado Avalanche get a 2nd, a 4th, Jack Drury and Marty Necas, and the Blackhawks get a 3rd. Honestly, it's the biggest trade since at least the Tkachuk-Huberdeau trade. I would argue it's bigger than that. This is the biggest blockbuster deal that we've seen in the NHL in years. And this trade is going to reshape the Carolina Hurricanes for sure. And they are the clear winners in my mind here. They have to re-sign Rantanen or win this year, honestly. Like, if they win, even if they only have Rantanen as a rental, worth it, right? The Avs couldn't come to terms with an extension for Rantanen, and they saw that the gap was too wide, that they weren't going to get a deal done, which is really unfortunate for them, because obviously they have Cale Makar's deal coming up soon. It feels like just yesterday he signed that extension. It was only a 6-year contract, that's why. So like, after another 2 seasons, but you still have this, I don't know. And with the way the salary cap is being projected to go up and all that jazz, and maybe like Landeskog getting back, but Crosby's not moving anywhere. And so I really don't know why now. I feel like if people knew Rantanen was out there a little bit more, you could have gotten more, but if you're a Canes fan, you're elated, right? Today is a really, really great day. It would go like David Ayer's game today. If you're a Colorado fan, you're for sure sad to see Rantanen go, right? But also, like, are you at all happy with the return? I can't understand this. I can't grasp it in my head from a Colorado fan. You'll always have the 2022 Cup, which is great. But yeah, no. And then Chicago, you're there. So what do you think of this trade? Because this is nuts. A great day to be a hockey fan, like I said earlier. I already ended the nightly review, so I don't know how to end this video. I would really appreciate it if you liked and subscribed. I do really appreciate everyone that's here. And let me know what you think about the trade, about the game, and yeah, have a good night.